Another example, if we wanted to say, for instance, the man almost died. Okay, the man almost died. How do we say that? The man almost died. Say yakadu. So actually the man almost died would be kada rajul. Kada rajulu yamut. Kada rajulu yamut. The man almost died. If you want to say the man is about to, the man is about to die, right? You say yakadu rajulu yamut. Kadu rajulu yamut. Alright? Yakadu rajulu yamut. Now what if you wanted to say the woman almost died? The woman almost died would be كادت المرأة تموت. And the woman is about to die. تكاد المرأة تموت. تكاد المرأة تموت. Okay, we'll see some more examples of that later on, inshallah. The next concept to be explained is the concept of ma being used to negate the mudari'. Okay? So we learned that the fi'lul mudari', for instance, you want to say أأكل, let's just make it simple. ألعب كرة عفوا كرة القدم. I play كرة القدم, soccer or football, depending on where you're from, right? ألعب كرة القدم. If you wanted to negate that, you'd put a la in front of it, right? لا ألعب كرة القدم. I don't play كرة القدم, meaning I don't play it. That's not one of the sports I play. Alright? But in the Arabic language, you could also negate it with ma. You could put a ma in front of it. But what is the ma actually meaning? What does it mean? It's saying here that you don't play كرة القدم at this particular moment. So if we say ما ألعب, ما ألعب كرة القدم, here you're saying at this particular moment. Now, I'm not playing كرة القدم at this particular moment. So let's say, for instance, you have a schedule that you normally follow, and somebody asks you, well, are you playing soccer? You say, no, I'm not playing soccer. Meaning that's not what I'm doing right now. But you play, in general, you play, but now you're not doing it. Another example is if someone asks you, do you drink coffee? Do you drink coffee? So in reality, you do drink coffee. It's something that you normally do, you drink coffee. But at this particular moment, you're not drinking any coffee for some reason. You say, ما أشرب القهوة. I'm not drinking coffee right now. Okay? I'm not drinking coffee at this moment. ما أشرب القهوة. Okay, those are some examples. Another one is if someone asks you, for instance, do you eat bread? Do you eat bread? أتأكل الخبز? Alright? Now normally you do eat bread, but at this particular moment you're not eating bread. Let's say, for instance, you're trying to stay away from carbs. At this particular moment you say ما أأكل ما آكل خبزا. ما آكل الخبز. I don't eat bread. So what is the rule? The rule is basically you use لا النافية to negate the فعل المضارع. That's the general rule. If you do happen to use ma, it's because you're negating the particular moment of time in which you're speaking. Alright? So ma, right? لنفي المضارع. Okay? When do you use ma to negate the mudari'? If you're negating it at a particular time, and we'll see examples of that as well in the chapter. Okay, next concept. We saw the word akala ya'kulu, the verb akala يأكل, right? أليس كذلك؟ بلى. Yes. So how do you conjugate it? How do you say I eat? Particularly the mudari' in the first form. You would say أنا. What do you say? أأكل. You would actually say آكل. أنا آكل. Okay. Now if you follow the norm, it would have been أأكل, like this. There will be a hamza here. It will be akulu. Akulu, right? Something like that. Akulu. Because it will be anta ta'kulu. Anti ta'kulina. Huwa ya'kulu. Okay, so there's a hamza. There's a sukun on the hamza, right? The first radical. But because it's difficult to say akulu, it just becomes akulu. You put a mud on it. The mud goes on the hamza. Okay? See this mud right here? So you say ana akulu. And verbs that are mahmuz that start off with hamza follow this pattern. So the verb, for instance, akhadha ya'khudu, to take. Akhadha ya'khudu, which means to take. How do you say I take? Ana akhudu. Ana أخذ. The verb amara يأمر, to command someone to do something. Amara ya'muru. How do you say I am commanding you? Ana. I don't have to say the ana, I'm just putting it there. Amuruk. Ana amuru. Amuru means I'm commanding. Ana amuruka. Okay? The last and final concept of this lesson is the use of innama. The use of innama. Innama translates as only. Okay? So, where can it be used? When in the hiwar, in the conversation, the teacher asked one of the students if he was reading a book in class, right? Or reading a magazine. So the student said, no. Innama aqra'u. Innama aqra'u. No, innama anzur ila suwar. He said, I'm only looking at the pictures. He said, innama anzuru ila suwar. I'm just looking at the pictures in the magazine. I'm not reading it. Alright? Innama anzuru ila suwar. Suwar. So innama means only. Alright? There's a name for this. It's called adatul hasr. Adatul hasr. It's a tool of exclusion. Meaning that what he was doing, he's saying the only thing that he's doing is what? Anzur ila sur, is that I'm looking at the pictures. I'm not doing anything else, because the teacher said, accused them of basically reading in class, and he said, Innama anzur ila sur, I'm only looking at the pictures that are in the book, in the magazine. Innama anzur ila sur. So innama is used to make the information that's being mentioned exclusive. I'm only looking at the pictures and I'm not doing anything else. Okay, and we'll learn more about this later on. But some examples that are given in the book of innama, it doesn't change anything in the sentence, it just translates as only. There's the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, famous hadith, where the Prophet ﷺ, he mentioned, he said, إنما الأعمال بالنيات إنما الأعمال بالنيات. Actions are only by intentions. إنما الأعمال بالنيات. Hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, إنما الأعمال بالنيات. Now, if you took out innama, just to understand what innama means, if you took it out from the sentence, we have al-a'malu, actions are bin-niyat. Actions are, this by is telling you by, meaning it's judged or is determined by intentions. The action that you do, a'mal is a jamal of amal, and niyat is a plural of niyat. The action that you do is judged by the intention, right? This is the meaning of it. The action is judged by the intention. Can someone take that statement and understand something else from it? Can you say, yes, the action is judged by the intention, and it may also be judged by something else, and it may also be judged by something else, and among the things that is judged by is the intention. Okay? Based on the language, yes, you can take this statement and you can infer that the actions could be judged by something else besides the intention. But when you add the word innama, right, you make this information exclusive, meaning actions are judged by intentions only. Only intentions. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. Okay? So you're making the actions, the outcome, or the ruling of the actions are solely, only by the intentions. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. So once the innama is put on there, there's no way of understanding, or no way of understanding that actions can be judged by something else or be determined by something else. It's making the intention the only thing that is going to determine what the actions are. Okay? Adatul hasr. Hasr is exclusion. Excluding everything else. Excluding everything other than the intentions. The other example is taken from the Quran. إِنَّمَا الصَّدَقَاتُ لِلْفُقَرَاءِ. It's taken from the Quran. Okay, and this talks about the zakat and so on. The 8 categories of zakat, who receives zakat. So Allah starts off the verse by saying, إِنَّمَا الصَّدَقَاتُ لِلْفُقَرَاءِ. إِنَّمَا الصَّدَقَات. Sadaqat is the plural of sadaqa. لِلْفُقَرَاءِ. So the fuqara is the plural of faqir, which we know. And then it goes on and mentions the other 8 categories, right? The other 7. So there's one here, al-fuqara, then al-masakeen, and then it goes all the way down to the end, right? So we're not going to mention all of that. But why is innama being mentioned, and how do we apply the understanding of innama, as Allah mentioned in the Quran al-Kareem? So as-sadaqat, Allah is telling us basically who gets the sadaqah, this is referring to zakat, who gets zakat, and He's telling us that it can only be for these 8 categories of people that He's mentioning. Only be for them. How do we know that? Because the word إنما is أداة الحصر. أداة الحصر, tool that's used to exclude everything else. Okay, so the only people that can receive zakat are the categories mentioned. إنما الصدقات للفقراء. Okay, so that covers the 5 concepts of this lesson. وَلِلَّهِ الْحَمْدِ.